And welcome back to another episode of FawrOut Perspective podcast. I'm Kurt Architect.
It's your boy Y2 times your girl's favorite ex.
That's right, and we're back with another episode, the last episode of 2022 to close out the year.
Let's go. Last episode.
Yes, sir. So we're getting ready to go into 2023. This is the end of year podcast. Just a year of doing many things new and working on planting seeds to being consistent with some things and watering some things into 2023. Thanks for everyone that's been watching thus far and listening and subscribing. It's been quite a year for the brand, for FawrOut. Again, that's for the talented, unique, and misunderstood. Kind of got a nice recap, recently kind of just joined the podcast this year.
For sure.
Over the summer, so
yeah.
Appreciate that. So how's your experience and time been a part of FawrOut thus far, as far as podcasting and then the event with Black Vibration podcast over the summer?
This was definitely a year of new beginnings. So it was it's fun. I enjoyed it. You know, when I first came on, I was a little uncomfortable. You know, we was trying stuff out, trying to figure it out. But I think we got a little good groove going on at the end of the year. And next year we just gonna be, putting this shit in the full drive now. We figured out some things. It's gonna be a lot better. New everything. You feel me? This just the beginning. This is the groundwork. If you here now, just rock with us. We getting better.
Yeah, that's
getting
facts.
better.
Facts. Even if you look back at the first episode in July, the banner was hanging down.
What?
We got the banner's a little bit more stable. We got a new equipment now. Just a better camera, more camera that can handle a little bit more podcast type recording.
A little more chocolateness coming through the camera, for you.
We could do him some justice now on the camera. We'll light it and all that stuff. So we probably will play around with different environments to shoot our podcast that's a bit more welcoming. Like the typical podcast you might see people on the couch or chair or whatnot. So 2023.
Everything.
January, you may see some new things coming up and whatnot. And yeah, it's just been a year growing and expanding. One of my favorite rappers, Benny the Butcher, he has a line called, he says, last year is about branding, this year about expanding. So that's kind of how I feel about with the whole FawrOut right now. We were heavily a part of battle rap, or kind of that's how it started if you're familiar with FawrOut. We did part ways with the battle rap side, so it is more so media focused company. So under that umbrella, again, it's the podcast you're watching now. Things with the FawrOut kind of used to be a struggle with was people thought it was just like a battle rap group or just a battle rap clique, and that's was never like the case. It's not just one thing. And even with that, now still like explaining this podcast is not just a podcast from not like two people that just sat down, was drinking or smoking and talking like, hey bro, you know what? You know what we need, bro? We need to do a podcast, dog. Like this, it's not none of that. This is literally to help promote the message of what FawrOut is, being yourself. Like that alternative black crowd. Like
we got a purpose, man. We got a purpose. We're not just up here just talking about would you fight a gorilla or would you fight 2-8? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, or like the men, women, accountability, that whole entire conversation. Like we just had Autumn, who was did the podcast with us a couple months back.
Shout out Autumn.
Shout out to Autumn. We was at our Christmas party. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa.
Acting a fucking fool.
Yeah, so just explain to somebody there is kind of like identify with the whole being like kind of an alternative black person or whatnot, or she's like saying people think she should date white dudes because she talk like she white or whatnot or don't sound black enough, and there's something she identified with. So we always gonna hammer home that message. So for the talented, unique, and misunderstood, you can't be the regular cool laid back, but again, you might be in the anime, you might be into something way different. So
all right.
Just be yourself. So as far as that, we did have a big rebranding since the battle rap. So shout out to the Black Vibrations podcast. I forever have a great debt of gratitude towards them for allowing us to collab for the anime event this past year, which was a big success at Dup and Swat.
Yeah,
Kent Lore fans.
Yeah, definitely. Learn something too. Just being with them and see how they move. So now we kind of, got a layout or a blueprint of kind of how to get stuff going.
Agreed. Agreed. And
just take pieces from everybody.
Yeah, and just staying consistent. Like, if you study other things around you, the big things are really being consistent. Like, we basically kind of took a month off, but within that month, investing into buying new equipment, new camera, looking at new places to record. So it's still working, despite you may not have seen an episode or seen recent content. That doesn't mean minds aren't still going, still want to work and store things. On top of still having regular life stuff going on. Like,
right.
Just finding the time to do things that we believe in. And trying to execute out on. So again, as far out, we have some big things planned that we are going to execute for 2023. If you watch some of these episodes, some of the things I already mentioned, like as far as merch and stuff, some still actively working on. Having consistent content, hosting events, it's a whole plethora of things. under the Snap Media company. So
Hosting events too?
yeah, so
Ooh.
it's far out, man. So I just really want that to register in people's heads. But outside of the brand growing and expanding and taking new twists and turns,
I would. What would you? If you could host an event, like what event would you want to host? Just any type of event. It don't gotta be a person, just a type.
it'll probably be
They was like, hey, we're gonna give you this to just come in here and do your thing.
it'll probably be like the pro amateur football games with the women in the bikinis.
Okay.
Yeah.
The pro. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That was good one. I was gonna say you could. They could hit me up for like a karaoke host.
Okay.
You know, I could go in there, sing a song or two and mess up some people's names. Can I get Aaron up here next? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Get up here, boy. Yeah, sing your song. I got you.
Okay, that sounds fair. That sounds dope.
I could definitely do a karaoke joint. I don't know how many songs I can sing, though. They don't let me curse.
Yeah, that kind of takes the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Well, outside of our brand stuff and everything growing, shout out to everybody's already been a part of it, still a part of it.
The program volleyball be lit, though.
Yeah, for sure. And you remember the meme of the dude stood up and they said like bricked up something.
Bricked up.
Yeah, but I was gonna say like outside of the FawrOut stuff, like how would you say personally, like I know you just turned 30, like how would you say you've grown like as a person or like a man, or things you learned, any regrets out of 2022 or anything that you're glad you did, want to do better?
This year was a lot. I learned a lot out of this year and just trying new stuff. Being in a relationship, getting out of one is just it's changed. It's changed and it feels different. Some days are good, some days are bad. But once I turned 30, I was like, you know what? You kind of I don't know a lot about life, but I know what type of BS is gonna come my way.
Mm-hmm.
Some stuff is just life stuff. Some stuff you just got to deal with. So now, at this big age, I don't even think that's old because you meet somebody. I work out with this guy at the gym. He like 60, super buff. He's like, I told him I was turning 30. He was like, I got shoes older than you, pal. Shit like that. So, but yeah, man, it was just a year full of experience, man. I wouldn't take nothing back, man. I loved who I love. People say what they want and what they can, but everything I did this year, I did honestly, and I did it with with good intentions, and it was a great year. Every year is going to be a good year. I always want to do more and keep expanding, and that's what I've been doing since I graduated. So,
Amen, brother.
Yep.
Amen. I think for me, learning, growing, like any other typical answer, but I feel like this is the year I became a man for real, like standing on things I said I was going to do and carrying them out as well. Or even if I maybe couldn't have did it, like just still circling back and making it a point to get it done. So really standing on what I say I'm gonna do and doing it, setting boundaries for myself as well, from blocking people out your life to really seeing who you want to be around, surround yourself around, and even listening closely on people, like seeing what their goals are, what they're trying to do, if they have any goals. And
yeah,
you kind of be inspired or not inspired. Like let's say if you got somebody who's been talking about doing the same thing for a long time.
Yeah,
and it's not happening. You might want to, you just pour more to yourself of what you want to do, and
right?
Kind of really hammer down what you want to do. Yeah. So just
you kind of become. I would say now I kind of know what I want to be and where I want to be instead of kind of be like, I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to do this. I'm more for sure about myself as a man. So
facts.
I think that's what really helps a lot with boundaries and stuff for good too. I ain't really have people really don't bother me unless I wanted to. They kind of get the feel my energy.
I learned to establish boundaries, doubling down on things I say I'm gonna do and carry out, saying no.
Yeah,
love saying no.
Oh, that's my favorite word.
Yeah, love saying no. Shit, this has just been a great year. Just confidence, all of that stuff. Like being consistent with things, consistent with myself. Looking back on things I accomplished and achieved, and just looking forward to doing more of that as I start to turn towards 30 next year. I know the last episode we were talking about me going bald or whatnot, and I kind of scared the cat out. I didn't do it. I'm lying, I did.
What? You did what?
Yep, I did shave my head bald.
What?
So it's a new day.
It's a new day.
It's
a new day.
Probably
it's
sweaty.
A new life.
It's hot. So necessary, pal. This hot ass Santa hat, man. Probably sweaty. But this is 30, niggas. So
it's your Uncle Elroy.
It's your Uncle Elroy.
It's your Uncle Elroy.
Do anything you want. But nah, man, like being bald, like making a choice. Like I could still technically have my hair if I wanted to.
Come on, bro. You sound like a bald nigga.
Hey, relax.
Bald nigga talk.
Relax. I would just have to keep it really low if I wanted to, or it could get a little dark, but it have to get cut. But yeah, just being confident and just shit, letting go, doubling down on being myself, being weird, you know, embracing being weird, like.
Nobody can be you better than you.
Yeah, and the best advice I gotten about being yourself was not even from nobody I know. It was through the comedian Carlos Miller, and it was from like an alcoholic or somebody either at a gas station or a liquor store. And the dude was drunk, and he told him, he said, "Hey, you might as well be yourself. They ain't gonna like you anyway." And like.
Crackheads got some good stuff.
They do though.
They do, bro.
They do.
You just gotta catch them at the right time.
Yeah, they do. So that's kind of shit I took in too. Is like just be yourself. Like people not gonna like you anyway. So
I give me $1, young blood.
Yeah, exactly. Like, game ain't free. Well, but nah, man, I just love being myself more. Like I'm just gonna be 30. It's not too much I can really care about as far as things I can't control and shit like that. So yeah, man. But just the last time we chatted. A lot of stuff that has happened or whatnot. We both are products of HBCU schools.
Hey.
And I know Mr. Primetime Deion Sanders ruffled a lot of feathers by deciding to leave and going to Colorado. But what are your thoughts on that? I know this by the time this comes out, another few days, people might be tired of the conversation, but we ain't really get to talk about it. I'm not mad at him, but how do you feel? What do you think?
When it first came out, I was mad. But, you know, after a while, I started to hear more stories about, you know, what was going on there and, you know, how he was treated and stuff like that. And I get it. You know, I get it. I just wish he just would, he did what he does. He's prime time, so everything he does is big. Mm-hmm. I just wish, you know, if he wouldn't say, God called me to do these HBCUs and stuff. I just wish, you know, he didn't say that. But I saw one of his interviews, he was like, well, God can't call me to move somewhere else. And it's like, well, I guess, you know, if we just going off how, you know, what God says to you, then, you know, I guess. But my dream scenario for him, if he was going to be out, I thought he would at least do more than 3.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 is a lot, but I would say between 5 and 8 years, I thought he would at least be there. But I mean, he did a lot for that school in those 3 years, so you can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
You just want to be a coach. You don't want to. You know, you don't want to have to be everything for a school when you just want to coach football. So I understand the move, but yeah, can't be mad, you know.
Right.
Can't be mad.
I think he did some far out shit as far as like bringing that much attention and notoriety to HBCU football and culture, like bringing ESPN Game Day down there, like that was big. I don't think they ever been in a black campus before.
And shout out North Carolina Central for whooping their ass too. It didn't even whoop their ass, but it was a really good game.
Shout out to the Eagles.
Shout out to
Durham. But yeah, like he brought a whole bunch of attention down to Jackson State. I mean, he took care of facilities, got them sponsors, got them NIL deals. Like he did a lot what he said he'd do. But I feel you on the God part. Like, probably shouldn't incorporate it or said that. And,
you know, but
also got a big offer.
Can't.
I'm not mad at prime time. If anything, I hope more people give back to their schools. I know the argument was how many of us has given back to our HBCU schools and whatnot.
Right.
And I said, don't count my pockets. But nah.
What you worried about?
Yeah. But nah, for real, we really could do a lot better if we're positioned to give back to our schools or whatnot. Because a lot of these PWIs, they have huge alumni give backs with their boosters. And whatnot. They have this support that we don't really have at black colleges. So that's kind of a known thing. So we can't depend on one man and just save everything. And then even the basketball team at Jackson State, Mo Williams coaches them. He was talking about wishing we had more like fan support at the games and things of that nature. So it can't just stop and end and begin with Deion. Like he sparked it. Other people should just follow up and come after his heels.
Yeah, they should, but it's only one Deion Sanders though. It's only one primetime.
That's true, but still.
If primetime shows up to your house, your kid is going to that school.
Yeah, probably not asking no questions.
You can't, because every black parent, you know, mom, anybody that was born, they saw him. And they was like,
even these kids that's under him now, they ain't really get to see Deion play. Like
yeah, they did.
These kids when Deion playing, so
right. But they know, they respect. Their parents showed them. Oh, Deion.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man, but I'm not mad at Dion, man.
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, I'm not either. You know, you still got because his son car got broken into and stuff like that too.
Jackson State.
Yeah, and it's just like I gotta protect the main, you know, the
Yeah.
starting quarterback. God,
Yeah.
dang, you know. So
Yeah, I didn't know that.
a lot of stuff happened. They got I think somebody went into went into their locker room during one of the games and like
They
stole
took Dion money or something like that.
all the players' stuff, whatever they could grab, and he went on the press conference like how could that happen? You know, and it's just like that's so embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
Super embarrassing.
We'll do better.
We got to.
Godspeed, we'll do better.
We got to, man.
But yeah, man, I know it's kind of a little early, but you have any wild wisdoms?
I do. Today, guys, my wild wisdom for the rest of my time here will be simple financial advice to help out my people, all the people, especially my people. This right here is something that I tried to do this year, but I started late. Me and my mother started. It is called the 52-week money challenge. You basically start with $1 a week, and every week you just put in whatever week that is. You know, week $13. So by the end of this challenge, if you do it correctly or play catch up like I do, a lot of the time you would have $1,378, and you learn how to save some money, and that's what I really want. I want you guys to start saving little by little because you're gonna be old one day, and you can't work like you work now. Okay, you're gonna be 60 years old. You can't work those 2 jobs and go out and party in the club with your friends. Okay?
Yeah, it don't really work like that.
It don't work out like that. Your back gonna hurt. Them kids getting older, they gonna need you. Something gonna happen. Your knees won't be good at 60. I tell you that right now. My back already hurt at 30.
Well, do you work out with something? He pretty alright.
Yeah. He could be faking it though. I don't know what he do outside of there. He might get real juiced up and come in there.
That's facts. That's true.
I'm just hating on him.
No, that's some good advice. I don't got wild advice, but I would say if I had my
52-week challenge, I'm counting on y'all.
I'll say Kurt Beasley's.
Them two. Continue, Kurt.
I'll say that Kurt Beasley's wisdom would be discipline. I think that's a big thing this year. I also learned and focusing on as well. Discipline with being consistent. Wall retweeted something the other day that really stuck out to me. He said we could live with the pain. 2 pains we could live with: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret.
Which one you want?
Yeah, that pain of regret. That's if you already said I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
It's gonna make you a better person.
And it didn't happen. You gonna find excuses. You probably blame people. You gonna be miserable. Or you could live with the pain of discipline. That might be waking up early, sacrificing time.
Right.
Gym time, that requires getting up early if you don't really have any other time to factor that or to try to get gym time in. It's a lot of sacrifice, basically, discipline. So it's doing shit you don't want to do, but
it's for the greater goal, though.
Yeah, just keep in mind for your future self. So just looking at this podcast, like you can see our first episode in July where the banner's hanging, the lighting don't look the best, and then we just a few in later, we haven't done that many, but just knowing that we have a goal and target to be consistent with this thing, like it's a short amount of time is getting better quality, and we're working at being better and being consistent at things like that nature. So just how I was saying in the first one, I'll probably look at that one and be cringe at myself or whatnot. Like fast forward December 2022, close out the year, I think we made nice improvements, and only looking forward to bigger and better in 2023. And that requires discipline. So
getting better every day.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that would be, if I had a segment, that would be my segment.
Be disciplined, guys. Get your shit together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it's never going to be a good time to start. Just start. Don't wait till the new year to say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Start today. Start tomorrow, because that's just nothing but just an excuse for you to bullshit. And then when that day comes, something else is going to come. There's never a perfect time to start. You just gotta start. And yeah, you're gonna bump your head. It's a part of life.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit some stubs. Or you have to pay some extra fees on something you didn't even know about.
Yeah.
It's just a part. It's a part of the game. If you actually want to be, something, or change your family background and stuff like that, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices that they didn't make.
Or you can learn credit card scamming.
Scamming is my next. All I need is one. Listen, all I need is one more downfall. Something really big. The government say, hey, why you owe $30,000? Scam God.
Yeah. I don't even need
This
that.
video is going down if this happens, though. I'm letting you know.
I don't even need nothing drastic to happen. It could be the slightest inconvenience, like
How much? How much?
flat tire. I'm tired of this shit. I'm so so tired.
Call you, hey, big bruh.
Yeah, man, I think I need my pieces to hit, man.
Hey, man, these pieces need to hit tomorrow. How much? Cash App?
But yeah, man.
How much you need in Cash App?
Who got Navy Federal?
Navy Federation.
See? There we go.
Oh, but we did also, my brain is bouncing everywhere. We did also have a name for people that do identify with FawrOut. You don't necessarily have to be weird as fuck. Like, you could be yourself. That's the thing. Because I just really conjure how I explain it. Like, I don't want people to think they could be in the corner, sit to themselves, and, oh, I'm FawrOut. It's like, no, you probably go somewhere for help. But,
wow. What do we call those people in the corner that want to go somewhere for help?
That don't want to go?
No, that like to sit in the corner and don't want to. What do we call those people?
We call them stay away from them people. But we thought of a name, FOF Gang. So that's FawrOut Friends. So if you're a friend of me, Wawa, or you see Zay as battle raps, or you're a fan of him,
We can be friends.
yeah, it's FawrOut Friends.
Only on the weekend.
Only on the weekend for a while. He has boundaries. I do too.
I do too. Don't talk to me Monday to Thursday. Between 8 and 8.
So yeah. So FOF Gang, that's our new thing. FawrOut Friends the gang. So FOF Gang. So yeah, man, shit. Just keep looking out for things we plan to do and get better at. Having guests, having a more welcoming ambiance as far as a couch and chair, a little bit more relaxing environment to record, so it doesn't feel like a lecture, like we're talking at you, like we're teaching some school shit. Like, we do want to have guests on here that are artists, are business owners, creatives, and people we think are far out, and how they can relate to what it is that they do. Like a big person I could say that I would think is pretty far out is we went to a podcast link earlier this year, and the person that was hosting or the main speaker there was Ohavia Phillips, and that was in February this year. So
Yeah, shout out Ohavia, man. She's dope. She's always doing stuff, man. Every time I get on her page, she in another city, another state, hosting Hornets games, stuff like that. Yeah, man. Shout out Ohavia, man.
Yeah, so if you look at all she's done
Super
over
dope.
the last 9-10 months or whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, she's been doing her thing, man, and just being confident, walking in her purpose, and staying consistent.
For sure.
So that's somebody that's inspiring, look up to and whatnot out of the city, right out of here in Charlotte. So just being consistent, man. And I feel like you can lock that down. I'm speaking to myself too, but I feel like you can lock that down and you really do anything. And also being vulnerable. That's a big thing I became this year. Very vulnerable. I like being vulnerable. That shit just makes me more feel like, what can you say about me? Like, I'm not afraid to express myself or be vulnerable.
So you cry like?
Not in front of people, but I will cry. I will release. Like, niggas deal with seasonal depression and shit like that. Like,
How many times you cried this year?
Man, probably at least, probably over 5.
Over 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
No
That's
more
good,
than 10.
That's good. No more than 10? Alright, that's 10 cries in a year. You need some more cries.
Yeah, but nah, I think I had enough, man.
Okay.
Play my DMX right after that, but
What you play after that?
suck my dick. But, nah, man, it's good about release. I know you was talking about getting therapy this year and shit.
Oh yeah, I get some therapy.
You wanted me to mention that, but
No. Ain't nothing to be ashamed about.
See?
I ain't crazy. Therapy is not only for crazy people; it's for all walks of life.
While I was Googling psychiatric drugs before, I caught them on Google looking psychiatric shit. I was like, dude, are you okay?
If they giving out some good stuff, I need to know.
I kind of do too.
I need some good sleep. I heard they got the stuff to
Knock your ass out.
for good.
Ooh, you don't need that.
Too bad.
But yeah, man, just be yourself. Therapy, shit. I'm open to exploring therapy in 2023. While turning to 30 and just becoming more yourself, man. So yeah. So I hope you see. Well, you will see more of us. You will see more of this logo. So just get familiar with this. A year from now, you can flash back at this episode. It's like, dang, I remember they said all the stuff they was gonna do in 2023, and the recap for 2023 will be all those things that can happen. So that's my declaration for 2023, and improving and getting better from being on camera for the first time early this year, this summer, to
Early summer. Now we here.
more equipment, better places to record,
New outfits.
new outfits, new merch, events,
Not there.
new content, consistent content. So again, that's going to keep hammering this into people's heads. Far out for the talented, unique, and misunderstood. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for subscribing and listening. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. If you're following the page, thank you for the page. Follow us on page. On Facebook, Twitter. We do have no, we don't really have a TikTok. It's more so me resharing shit. But
we'll have a TikTok up next year going.
Yeah.
January 3rd. Look out for the TikTok.
And just everybody wants to jump on shit when it already took off. So this is something that's on its way. So just if you fuck with us now, I would say just get on board and be a part of the journey. Now,
we're gonna support you. That's it.
Yeah. Until we get a certain check, then numbers might not pick up the phone.
I'm gonna pick up. Might be the wrong number. But.
You called me Uncle Elroy earlier. I'm gonna be just like, no, I'm not gonna be like him. He was talking about how he love the hood. He always be in the hood. My check, I was gone. So yeah. But no, thank you for rocking with us. Hope you have a happy new year. Hope all your goals are written down. Hope you hit everything that you say you want to do. Hope you enjoy your Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate.
Happy holidays, people.
Happy holidays, basically. Yeah, all of that. And happy new year. This is FawrOut signing off for 2022, and we see y'all in 2023. I'm Kurt Architect.
It's your boy Watt 2 times.
Thank y'all for this shit, man.
Hey.